What's up? It's me, your guy. Uh, Purveyor of memes slash meme quality material. Here to show you guys a deck profile again. I did one recently that was pretty good. Now it's time for you guys to see an even better one. This is probably like my best deck right now. So yeah, here we are. It's going to be a Yubel deck profile in the weirdest angle ever. You already know that one eternal favorite now. So this deck, the reason, and also the reason why I got this chaotic camera angle, is because this deck has an insane amount of cursed energy. This deck is basically freaking cursed. I love it though. I love you, Belle. Maybe a little too. Nah. Here we are. We got 2 copies of base Yubel because we need 2 copies of base Yubel in this deck. I'm debating on popping Terra Incarnate up to 2, but it's currently at 1. The Ultimate Nightmare is currently at 1 too, because Nightmare Throne just allows you to get him out easier now. He is now a viable use. Now, we are going to go into the next part of the deck profile. The 3 Spirit of Yubel for you know what Spirit of Yubel does. 3 of the declanned Sammy D. Lotus. Samsara D. Lotus has literally helped me so much. Next is going to be a Grave Squirmer, because Grave Squirmer helps you chain dodge stuff with Yubels. It is a very tedious card that helps you out. And you'll notice that this is a very monster heavy build after the next few cards I go through. But it makes sense in the long run. Seriously, build this deck on EDO Pro or Dueling Book. Try it out. And of course, the Dark Beckoning Beast. You gotta have 3 of the Dark Beckoning Beast. Extra summon. Now, here is some spice. This is stuff that you don't usually find in those tournament Yubel decks, and I've been trying these out and testing these against tournament level decks that my friends have before I go to tournaments, and this is proving really good right now. Mother Spider Splitter at 3, because it allows you to get 3 of these guys out. There's actually a combo just starting off of Mother Spider Splitter itself. It Cyber Dragons itself up onto the field, and you could get into your rank 10 spiders, rank 10, dark rank 10s, like crazy. Especially with Varudras in this deck, I either go into Ravenous Tarantula or Varudras. Now, for the last of the spice in this deck in the monster column that isn't in my sideboard, and you'll notice I'm not necessarily playing hand traps or anything like that. That's because I can evade hand traps. Ha ha ha. Here we are with Necroface. Necroface is a huge question in this deck as to why the hell am I playing Necroface? Well, one, this is a very monster heavy build. So I could constantly just recycle resources with Necroface and banish stuff with Necroface because he's got the Banish 5. And I could keep adding him back too with Mature Chronicle and banishing him with Mature Chronicle too. So I could essentially ban mill my opponent's entire deck with this deck because of Necroface. Not something that people usually do in a Yubel deck, but because of Yubel synergy with the Banish Zone, go ahead, D-shifter me. I fucking dare you. Okay, 3 Allure of Darkness because you draw 2, banish a Necroface. Another 2 of, a 2 of. Gotta have the 2 of Super Poly, 2 of Pot of Desires, because Necroface means I don't neg off of Desires. Next 2 ofs, of course, Circle Awakening of the Opening of the Spirit Gates. Damn. So many Spirit Gates. And last but not least, the Nightmare Pain, because you know Nightmare Pain does what Nightmare Pain does. And you'll notice I'm not playing 3 of the field spell. That's because I recycle resources like a crazy guy in this deck. This deck just allows me so much advantage. Wait till you see my 1 of pile, because it is a spice. So of course, we got the 1 of Nightmare Throne. People be like, Devin, why you go run 1 Nightmare Throne? Well, I am probably gonna get a second one at some point, but it's good at 1 right now for me. Here's 1 for 1 because there's a lot of 1s in this deck that generate advantage. Gold Sark, your Necroface. 1 of Mature Chronicle. You can always add it back off of Necroface. This is the card that allows me to keep banishing Necroface and keep adding him back. Or it back. Also allows me to summon Yubel. Allows me to add Super Polymerization. This deck is just cracked. This deck is... This card is cracked. I love it. And shout out Cracked. Very friendly YouTuber of mine. Now, Rank Up Magic, Astral Force. Astral Force, you're thinking, Astral Force? What is he running Astral Force in this deck for? Well, there's a secret. And I can't tell you yet. Until I get to my extra deck. So, and of course, the 1 trap that you guys saw already. Eternal Favorite. Because gotta have the 1 Eternal Favorite. So, a lot of this extra deck is... A lot of this extra deck is just crazy synergy cards that go with this. Because I'm so glad they made Yubel a viable deck. I have never been so enthralled with building an extra deck that was perfect for a deck until now. And here I go. I start off with the 1 Relinquished Anima because how dare you take my freaking Linkuriboh, Konami. Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of Chaos. Super freaking easy to get into this deck. That's it for the Link monsters. I could honestly do more Link monsters, but this deck is so tight. And I really like giving 2 of my slots to what the Astral Force goes into. Which I'm going to blue ball you guys on that a little further. Okay, next up. I just realized how bad my nail was. I am sorry, guys. 1 second. But yeah, Chaos Angel. I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't even notice my thumb was so bad. That's what happens when you just go outside. You literally just wash your hands sometimes, and then it just gets dirty right away because you live in the freaking county, and I'm in a garage right now. So, yeah, Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel, pretty damn good. You know what Chaos Angel does. I am the Chaos Angel myself. So Gustav. Gustav does Gustav stuff. He's burn damage. He's a guaranteed burn damage cowboy. Varudress. Varudress is one of the most important things in this extra deck now, because he's basically our Baron de Fleur now. He's Baron de Fleur. Now Ravenous Tarantula, which goes into Pain Gainer, which allows you to detach, which allows you to activate Baby Spider from Graveyard, allowing you to detach the Ravenous Tarantula from the Pain Gainer to special summon the Ravenous Tarantula, limiting you to only summoning Dark Xyz monsters for the rest of the turn. There you go. That's why the Baby Spider Splitter. I'm at Mother Spider Splitter, guys. So you can also go into 7 Sins on top of the Pain Gainer. You're welcome. That is why good in Yubel. And that is why running Mother Spider Splitter is worth it. But that is not the reason why Astral Force. This isn't even the reason why Astral Force. I just run Zeus because Zeus is a good, viable option in a deck, usually. So, now, the last 2 Xyz monsters of this deck. And the reason why I am running Astral Force. Bam. Bam. I have found out that when I could get my opponent to destroy anything I can control, I could get them to destroy this guy after ranking Gustav or anything up into Numeronius. Into Numeronia. But what's even better in this deck is when I can make my opponent force to attack and not able to attack this thing and get an instant win off of you. I could be very well playing some very good rank 1 Xyz right now. But an instant win condition, viable, is really damn good. And I just couldn't ignore this. So there you guys go. The reason why the Astral Force. Sorry for blueballing you this long. It's kind of like selling a car. You have to pitch an idea sometimes. Now, Mud Dragon, because Mud Dragons be wagging its tail on your ops field because they don't like it being summoned. Now, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, of course. Then the last of the bunch. I'm debating showing my side deck to you guys. I usually don't like showing my side deck to you guys. But, here we go, Loving Defender Forever. Now, give me a second while I decide whether or not I'm going to be generous to you guys because I love you all. Probably am, though. Of course, y'all know the answer was yes. I love you guys. So, first off, we start off with this kick-ass field center that my buddy Daniel got me. Because he is a boss. So, we only got one spell in this side deck. And that is Droplet. Because Droplet gets you out of some tight situations. So only spell in the side deck, fellas. Now we do 2 evenly matched because sometimes you gotta. Now, the last trap is 2 skill drains, because you never want to see more than 1 in your hand. Now, of course, D-Shifter. I expect my opponent to D-Shifter for me, that's why I don't mainboard this. Talking about freaking Flawanderies. Ash Blossom. I got negates in this deck, bro. I got rewrites in this deck, bro. Now, last but not least, we got Ghost Bell. Because Ghost Bell really good. Been debating on tossing Ghost Ogres in because Ghost Ogre be getting some mighty good interaction this little bit. Now, last but not least, Spear Mode. The 3 rock combo. 2 Spear Modes, 1 Nibiru. Reason why 1 Nibiru, I see Nibiru a lot for some reason. And why Spear Modes? Because a lot of people play under Nibiru and will intentionally play like sometimes 3 monsters, 3-4 monsters, and just pass the turn along to you. Or you just end the turn on they just end the turn on Sanctifier Dragon in 2. So you start your turn before they could interact, because you have to do something main phase. One, in order for them to get working, is Spear Mode their stuff away. Just straight tribute everything away, so you don't get Nightmare locked. Okay, so this was the spiciest Yubel deck profile around right now. Enjoy. And if you take this to a tournament, shout me out on the Necroface and the Mother Spider Splitter stuff, because that took some testing, bruh.